Welcome to Movie Shark. Today I will show you a horror film from 2020, titled The Rental. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The Rental movie contains four main characters: Charlie, Charlie's wife Michelle, Charlie's brother Josh, and Josh's girlfriend Mina, who is also Charlie's colleague. In the opening scene of the movie, we see Charlie and Mina looking at a fancy-looking resort, surrounded by a beautiful ocean for a weekend getaway. They are hoping to treat themselves after closing a big deal, and there Josh joins the conversation, and Charlie informs him about the vacation they are planning. Charlie goes home and told his wife Michelle about it, and has a conversation about Josh. Josh is a hot temper and is a weird, violent, burnout man. Josh was expelled from college because of his bad behavior and bad results, and he was also in jail for beating someone nearly dead. On that weekend, they are on their way in the car, and we learned that before Charlie, Mina had attempted to book the property, but was rejected, and they wonder if it had anything with her name and causes the rejection. Josh took their dog with them, which was restricted by the resort owner, and they decide to keep the dog hidden. Then they arrive at the resort and meet their caretaker Taylor, who is creepy, weird, and unfriendly. Mina argues with Taylor about why her booking was cancelled. Is it because of her name or being a Middle Eastern? Though he declines to address it. Taylor continues to skeeve them all out, but also promises to return later with a telescope so they can take advantage of the clear sky night. While others are settling in, Josh finds a secret entrance with an electric lock, but soon they put that behind them and enjoy the beach walk in the evening. When they get back, the telescope was there, but inside the house, which Mina finds somewhat disturbing, and she wonders to the group if Taylor intends to come and go as he pleases. Later that night, they have their dinner and Michelle brings a baggie of drugs, though she refused to take some, as she planned to get outside in the morning and explore the place, so she goes off to bed. The three of them get high and dance with the dog, while Michelle is sleeping. There seems to be something sinister going on. The rest were on the balcony chatting. Josh goes to sleep, leaving Mina and Charlie alone. Sometime later they were in the bathtub, and we see they are being watched. The next morning, while Mina and Charlie decided to stay home, cause of their hangover, Charlie's wife Michelle and his brother Josh go for a day's walk, and we get to notice that they are being watched again. Back at the house, Mina and Charlie confronts their last night doing, and agree never to happen again. Later, after tidying the place, Mina takes a shower, and when she's done with it, she sees a hidden camera in the shower head. She freaks out and calls out Charlie. Charlie big brains a situation in which they find themselves, realizing making a big stink of it'll increase the odds that the footage of their intimacy revealed to their paramours, so they keep it a secret. Later we also find out there are so many cameras in the house and they are all controlled remotely. Josh and Michelle comes back home. Later Michelle decides to take drugs with the others, but they refuse to take some, so only Michelle takes the drug alone and gets drunk. Charlie and Mina were very worried about that hidden cam, and thought Taylor was the man behind that. More weird things were happening as Josh's dog is missing, and they all go off to search for the dog. Back in the house, Michelle was making the hot tub ready, but wasn't working that night, so Michelle called Taylor to fix the tub. We see that Tyler comes to fix the tub, and there Josh asked him directly about the dog. Has he done something to it as punishment for bringing the dog here, which is restricted? And Taylor refused, knowing anything about, and left. While Taylor was passing Mina near his car, he said he is a dog lover himself. Mina took Taylor to the shower and asked him about the camera. There Mina and Taylor scuffle about calling the police. Josh sees it happening from the outside. He runs into the bathroom and tackles the man, beating him senseless. The other two came and took Josh and Mina outside. While they are arguing, we see someone watching them, and we see the same person goes into the bathroom and kills Taylor. Then Charlie and the others come back to the shower to check out Taylor but find him dead. In the aftermath of this, Michelle, who's still on board with calling the police with her being majority outvoted. Then they begin the machinations of figuring out how to clean this up and make it look like an accident. As they realize the key piece here is the video evidence and recognize that since it's wireless, the receiver is likely somewhere in the house. Michelle storms off the bedroom after losing arguing, while the rest get to work taking every other step imaginable other than first finding the video. Then the trio takes the body to the cliff to try to dump him over. Inside the house, Michelle is distracted by the sound of water which was coming from the upstairs TV and confronted with her worst fears, showing Mina and Charlie making love in the shower. As Charlie, Josh and Mina are coming back to the house, a man appears behind them, but they don't see him. Suddenly Michelle drives out of the house. Charlie stops her and she said she saw the footage and drives away. Charlie comes back to the group and tells them that they need to find the footage now. As Michelle drives up the road, one of the tires pops by spikes and finds it is intentional. She gets scared, and as she texting Charlie, somebody runs up on her. Meanwhile, the others are searching the house for the footage. Charlie gets the message and goes to get her. When he arrives, Charlie finds the vehicle empty. So he calls her and her phone was ringing in distance. As he goes to her, he confusingly stumbles over her corpse, and before he can figure this out, he takes a crowbar to the back of the neck and died. Back at the house, Josh and Mina unlock the suspicious hidden door. Even though the place looks suspicious from the outside, they don't find anything inside the room. So they left the room and gets to the house, and there Josh gets a video message of Mina and Charlie's coupling video. It raged Josh, and angrily he started looking for Charlie everywhere. Eventually, he gets to a closet door, which opening results in him getting wanged in the face by a hammer 2 times. The stalker then goes to find Mina, discovering evidence that she bailed out over the railing, but after he leaves we see this was a trick, and we are provided the opportunity to delight our eyes, that the stalker gets a knife in his face, though it wasn't anything to him. He then pursues her through the woods and fog. She doesn't know where she's going through the heavy fog and eventually falls over the cliff and dies. The man sees it and goes back to the home to clean up the house, diligently removing all traces of the camera equipment and removes wires from the road. He then takes a quiet moment to soak up all the fun times and memories he's made, and gives a quick goodbye to Reggie. After that we see him touring a new rental, which he sets up in a familiar way, and as the credits roll we watch and wait as he watches and waits for the next perfect victim.